Time for a quick update. I was gone for 3 days and I came back to find the garden took care of itself and grew quite a bit actually. The tomatoes are doing marvelously. They're big healthy plants and I got a lot of flowers going in there, but unfortunately no tomatoes. There's not a tomato on any of the plants. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I don't have actually enough season left for anything to ripen, even if they do start to form. Same thing with the peppers. They've grown considerably, and I do have some flowers coming on, especially on these poblanos. You can see those. They're doing the best of all. But again, I don't know that I have enough season. Fortunately, peppers you can use at nearly any stage of their growth. So if they do form, I'll be able to use them. The lettuce has done remarkably well. Nothing's bolted. We've been eating a lot of that. In fact, it's a little low on the overgrown side, but that's okay. We'll eat it and be done with it. Carrots are doing quite well, and I can't really see beyond the carrots. I'll have to go around the other side. The beets are doing good. I haven't harvested any, but there's actually some that are big enough to pull, so maybe in another few days. Onions are still doing well, and the garlic is finally starting to looks like it's thinking about finally drying up a bit. I harvested 15 real nice scapes off of them, and ate one actually last night. I fried it up with some onion and olive oil and threw a handful of mushrooms in there, and it was quite tasty. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And over here, the shallots, I think I could probably dig them up, or at least a couple of them, any time now too. Maybe later today or tomorrow I'll do that. And the bull's blood beets, there's a few that actually are, the beets are big enough to pick. The basil still hasn't done very well. Kale is starting to really fill in now too, so I haven't picked any of that. That's still a little young, but I expect that to be here long after most of this other stuff is gone. And my potatoes are finally dying off too. In fact, this bucket here I think is ready to harvest. Those were let me think, red Norland, and the one next to it also is pretty well conked out, and that is one of the Yukon Gem. The other two on that side, another Yukon Gem and another red Norland, looks like they still have some life, but they are yellowing up as well. So I may be posting up a potato harvest video fairly soon. And same thing with these tomatoes. These were the Oregon Spring, and they're just loaded with flowers, but not a single piece of fruit anywhere. So I don't really think there's any time for anything to ripen anymore, but I'll let them go and see what happens. Same thing with these peppers, and the radishes around them are doing quite well. Radishes seem to do well no matter where you put them, so that's pretty good. And oh, I was going to show you over here, my wife put in a bunch of beans in this corner of her flower garden, and they're actually doing pretty well. There's some beans in there. Nothing pickable yet, but it seems to be a good spot for them. She puts them there every year, and they always seem to do pretty well. So that was it. That's a pretty quick update, and really nothing to show you on the hydroponics. I have things started to redo the one bin that I tore apart, but it's not quite ready. I got the seeds going and they've germinated, but they're not quite big enough to put in, and I suppose in another week I should have that up and going too, and I'll do an update at that time. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for a potato harvest video pretty soon.